双语音标领航，注音阅读启蒙，叶兴阳有声读物。
Cyrano de Bergerac, a play in 5 acts, by Edmond Rostand. Translated from the French by Gladys Thomas and Mary F. Guillemot. The characters: Cyrano de Bergerac, Christian de Neuvillette, Count de Guiche, Ragueneau,
Lebret,
Carbon de Castelgelot, the cadets: Lignier, de Valvert, a marquis, second marquis, third marquis, Montfleury, Belrose,
Jodelet,
Cuigy, Brissail, the doorkeeper, a lackey, a second lackey, a boor, a musketeer, another, a Spanish officer, a porter, a burgher, his son, a pickpocket, a spectator, a guardsman, Bertrand the fifer, a monk, 2 musicians, the poets, the pastry cooks, Roxanne, Sister Martha, Lise, the buffet girl, Mother Marguerite, the duenna, Sister Claire, an actress, the pages, the shop girl, the crowd, troopers, burghers, male and female, marquises, musketeers, pickpockets, pastry cooks, poets, Gascons cadets, actors, male and female, violinists, pages, children, soldiers, Spaniards, spectators, male and female,
Précieuse,
nuns, etc. Act 1. A representation at the Hotel de Bourgogne, the Hall of the Hotel de Bourgogne, in 1640. A sort of tennis court arranged and decorated for a theatrical performance. The hall is oblong and seen obliquely, so that one of its sides forms the back of the right foreground, and meeting the left background makes an angle with the stage, which is partly visible. On both sides of the stage are benches. The curtain is composed of 2 tapestries which can be drawn aside. Above a harlequin's mantle are the royal arms. There are broad steps from the stage to the hall. On either side of these steps are the places for the violinists, footlights, 2 rows, one over the other, of side galleries, the highest divided into boxes. No seats in the pit of the hall, which is the real stage of the theater. At the back of the pit, i.e., on the right foreground, some benches forming steps, and underneath, a staircase, which leads to the upper seats. An improvised buffet ornamented with little lustres, vases, glasses, plates of tarts, cakes, bottles, etc. The entrance to the theater is in the center of the background, under the gallery of the boxes. A large door, half open to let in the spectators. On the panels of this door, in different corners, and over the buffet, red placards bearing the words, La Chloris. At the rising of the curtain the hall is in semi-darkness, and still empty. The lustres are lowered in the middle of the pit ready to be lighted.
Scene 1.I.
The public, arriving by degrees. Troopers, burghers, lackeys, pages, a pickpocket, the doorkeeper, etc. Followed by the marquises, Cuigy, Brissail, the buffet girl, the violinists, etc. A confusion of loud voices is heard outside the door. A trooper enters hastily, the doorkeeper following him. Hallo, you there! Your money! The trooper. I enter gratis. The doorkeeper.
Why?
The trooper.
Why?
I am of the king's household cavalry.
Faith.
The doorkeeper, to another trooper who enters. And you? Second trooper. I pay nothing. The doorkeeper. How so? Second trooper. I am a musketeer. First trooper, to the second. The play will not begin till 2. The pit is empty.
Come.
About with the foils to pass the time. They fence with the foils they have brought. A lackey, entering. PST. Flanquin. Another already there. Champagne. The first showing him cards and dice which he takes from his doublet.
See.
Here be cards and dice. He seats himself on the floor. Let's play. The second doing the same. Good. I am with you.
Villain.
First lackey, taking from his pocket a candle end, which he lights, and sticks on the floor. I made free to provide myself with light at my master's expense. A guardsman, to a shop girl who advances. 'Twas prettily done to come before the lights were lit. He takes her round the waist. One of the fencers, receiving a thrust. A hit. One of the card players.
Clubs.
The guardsman, following the girl. A kiss. The shop girl, struggling to free herself. There looking. The guardsman, drawing her to a dark corner. No fear. No one can see. A man sitting on the ground with others, who have brought their provisions. By coming early, one can eat in comfort. A burgher, conducting his son. Let us sit here. Son. A card player. Triple ace. A man, taking a bottle from under his cloak, and also seating himself on the floor. A tippler may well quaff his burgundy. He drinks. In the Burgundy Hotel. The burgher, to his son.
Faith.
A man might think he had fallen in a bad house here. He points with his cane to the drunkard. What with topers? One of the fencers, in breaking off, jostles him. Brawlers. He stumbles into the midst of the card players. Gamblers. The guardsman behind him, still teasing the shop girl.
Come.
One kiss. The burgher, hurriedly pulling his son away. By all the holies. And this, my boy, is the theater where they played Rotru erewhile. The young man.
I.
And Cornet, a troop of pages, hand in hand, entered dancing the farandole, and singing.
Tra ala. La. 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 Lere.
The doorkeeper, sternly, to the pages. You pages there. None of your tricks. First page, with an air of wounded dignity.
Oh.
Sir. Such a suspicion. Briskly, to the second page. The moment the doorkeeper's back is turned. Have you string? The second.
I.
And a fishhook with it. First page. We can angle for wigs. Then, up there IT gallery. A pickpocket, gathering about him some evil-looking youths. Hark ye, young cut-purses, lend an ear, while I give you your first lesson in thieving. Second page, calling up to others in the top galleries. You there, have you pea-shooters? Third page from above.
I.
Have we? And peas withal. He blows, and peppers them with peas. The young man to his father. What peace do they give us? The burgher.
Chloris.
The young man. Who may the author be? The burgher. Master Balthazar Barrow. It is a play. He goes arm in arm with his son. The pickpocket to his pupils. Have a care, above all, of the lace knee ruffles, cut them off. A spectator to another, showing him a corner in the gallery. I was up there, the first night of the sit. The pickpocket, making with his fingers the gesture of filching. Thus for watches. The burgher, coming down again with his son.
Ah.
You shall presently see some renowned actors. The pickpocket, making the gestures of one who pulls something stealthily, with little jerks. Thus for handkerchiefs. The burgher. Montfleury. Someone, shouting from the upper gallery. Light up, below there. The burgher. Belrose. Leppy. La Beaupré.
Je.
A page in the pit. Here comes the buffet girl. The buffet girl, taking her place behind the buffet. Oranges. Milk. Raspberry water. Cedar bitters. A hubbub outside the door is heard. A falsetto voice. Make place. Brutes. A lackey, astonished. The marquises. In the pit. Another lackey.
Oh.
Only for a minute or two. Enter a band of young marquises. A marquis, seeing that the hall is half empty.
What now?
So we make our entrance like a pack of woolen drapers.
Peaceably.
Without disturbing the folk, or treading on their toes.
Oh. Fie. Fie.
Recognizing some other gentlemen who have entered a little before him.
Queegee. Brisale.
Greetings and embraces. Quiji. True to our word. Troth. We are here before the candles are lit. The Marquis.
I.
Indeed. Enough. I am of an ill humor. Another.
Nay. Nay.
Marquis.
See.
For your consolation, they are coming to light up. All the audience, welcoming the entrance of the lighter.
Ah.
They form in groups round the lustres as they are lit. Some people have taken their seats in the galleries. Lignier, a distinguished-looking roué, with disordered shirt front arm in arm with Christian de Neuvillette. Christian, who is dressed elegantly, but rather behind the fashion, seems preoccupied, and keeps looking at the boxes. Scene 1.2. The same. Christian, Lignier, then Ragueneau and Lebret. Quiji, Lignier, Brissail, laughing. Not drunk as yet? Lignier, aside to Christian. I may introduce you? Christian nods in assent. Baron de Neuvillette bows. The audience, applauding as the first lustre is lighted and drawn up.
Ah.
Cuigy to Brissail, looking at Christian. 'Tis a pretty fellow. First Marquis, who has overheard.
Pooh.
Lignier, introducing them to Christian. My lords de Quiji.
De Brissail. Christian bowing.
Delighted. First Marquis to second. He is not ill to look at.
Bussert.
He is not costumed in the latest mode. Lignier to Quiji. This gentleman comes from Touraine.
Christian.
Yes. I have scarce been 20 days in Paris. Tomorrow, I join the guards, in the cadets. First Marquis, watching the people who are coming into the boxes. There is the wife of the Chief Justice. The buffet girl. Oranges. Milk. The violinists tuning up. Lala. Cuigy to Christian, pointing to the hall, which is filling fast. 'Tis crowded. Christian. Yes, indeed. First Marquis. All the great world. They recognize and name the different elegantly dressed ladies who enter the boxes, bowing low to them. The ladies send smiles in answer. Second Marquis. Madame de Gemini. Quiji. Madame de Boisdauphin. First Marquis. Adored by us all. Brissail. Madame de Chevigny. Second Marquis. Who sports with our poor hearts. Lignier.
Ha.
So Monsieur de Cornay has come back from Rouen. The young man to his father. Is the Academy here? The burgher.
Oh. I.
I see several of them. There is Boudou, Boissat, and Curo de la Chamber. Porches, Colombi, Borzys, Borden.
Arbo. All.
Names that will live. 'Tis fine. First Marquis. Attention. Here come our preciouses. Barthenoid, Eurymedont, Cassandace, Felixary. Second Marquis.
Ah.
How exquisite their fancy names are. Do you know them all? Marquis? First Marquis.
I.
Marquis. I do. Every one. Lignier, drawing Christian aside. Friend. I but came here to give you pleasure. The lady comes not. I will betake me again to my pet vice. Christian persuasively. No. No. You, who are ballad maker to court and city alike, can tell me better than any who the lady is, for whom I die of love. Stay yet a while. The first violin, striking his bow on the desk. Gentlemen violinists. He raises his bow. The buffet girl. Macaroons. Lemon drink. The violins begin to play. Christian.
Ah.
I fear me she is coquettish. And over-nice and fastidious.
I.
Who am so poor of wit, how dare I speak to her, how address her? This language that they speak today and right confounds me. I am but an honest soldier, and timid withal. She has ever her place, there,